It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate how many youths in our society today go on about their lives without knowing the risks of
Unprotected sex.
unprotected sex and premarital sex. That's what I came to talk about here today.
Yeah, premarital sex. You see this paper? It should stay clear.
This is you see this paper? This is your pussy. That wasn't as good for Rick.
Well, that one's worse. That's a little better. There we go.
This is your pussy on premarital sex all over the goddamn place.
And you can't even put it back together. Look,
you can't even put it back together. You thought childbirth was going to take apart your feminine lady parts and those wide birthing hips, make them even wider. No, premarital sex. That's what it gets you. If you have a postmarital sex and only for procreation, like God intended, never for pleasure, then that baby just slides out as easily as the baby Jesus on the day of his birth.
Look, I put it back together.
See, but it's only a pale imitation.
It's only a pale imitation.
It's like a spraying. It's like we had the discussion about Febrezing the diarrhea covered bathroom. You can only do so much, and people are still going to know that it's covered in diarrhea. Just like your stanky pussy.
And it's this color too.
Yeah, it's even after it's covered in diarrhea. It's bad diarrhea. The person whoever laid that diarrhea should get that checked out. That's not the right color.
Yeah, it's not healthy. If this is coming out of your asshole, you need to seek professional help. Or don't.
Yeah,
we're not doctors. We don't know what we're talking about.
No.
Maybe this is healthy for you.
Maybe you're just eating cotton candy all day, every day, 24/7, and that's what your diet entirely consists of.
Fuck, you know what I really like is that cotton candy ice cream, specifically Thrifties.
Ooh.
If you ever, oh man, that artificial. I know it's artificial, but goddamn, it's creamy.
It's an interesting
thick.
flavor. Sometimes it can be a little too much. Sometimes,
yeah, depending on where you get it from. Like I don't like bubblegum ice cream.
No,
too much.
that's way too much.
That's
too
much. Because I'd rather just chew some bubblegum and spit it out than
Exactly.
swallow it.
Everyone looks like you like a freak if you're spitting out your ice cream.
No, well, maybe you don't have teeth.
Oh
so
yeah,
that way you have to spit it out because you can't swallow it.
Yeah, as we all know, you need
only
your teeth
get
to
it
swallow.
for
As we know, we use our teeth as human beings to kind of push the food back. They kind of just like bend backwards, similar to like the those like tendons in a whale's mouth, like filtering out krill. No, we got that, but it's our teeth.
Yeah, well, that's what the teeth are for. That's why you have to go to the dentist every year. I haven't been to a dentist in about 2 years.
You gotta go to the dentist every day.
Every day. It's like the doctor. You got to bring an apple so that way you keep going.
Yeah, they're terrified of them. Keep them at bay for another day.
I don't remember whose joke this was, but it's really stupid, but it's funny. Like, that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's true, and it also, but it really depends on how hard you throw it.
Yeah, that is very true. It's a true statement.
I just don't remember who said that. Someone said it.
Someone's made that joke or variations of that joke
There's been
for many a year.
Many a year.
Many years. Caesar, you mostly now do stand up mostly a couple times a week.
Yes.
And I had a thought when we went was it Thursday?
When you saw, well, no, well,
when we going Friday night? When was it Thursday?
That night
Thursday.
Show?
Yeah.
And
Thursday.
then I had gone Tuesday before that, but you didn't go to that one. That was or what? No, it was Wednesday before that.
Yeah, you went to like Riverside. You said some shit.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, but I notice it might be because I'm just an asshole, but when people are up there and they're doing their comedy, whether it's good or not, I can very quickly just see ways to instantly bump it up. Not to toot my own horn, not to toot my own dick and suck my own horn too much, but there's just very simple things.
Allow me.
Oh yeah, but it's probably because we have this as well when we're writing shit. Since you're writing, it's like with any writer, any creative. When you're writing it and creating it, you have some sort of blinders on, like you can't see it as clearly, openly as someone outside of it could. Like in that instance, they're the ones writing it, performing it, but I'm seeing it, hearing it for the first time, so I can make different associations that they wouldn't have because they already had this idea thought out and they're
right, because to them that makes sense and they're like, I'm gonna try this because I think it might work, so exactly. I gotta give it a go. But sometimes and know how that goes.
Yeah, and it might be the first time, but still sometimes though it's like really very easy things and like simple things that you think they would have seen or realized or changed. Because when I was writing stand-up, I would try to do that. I'd write the bit, go over it and be like, okay, I can change this word here, make this smaller, condense, and to make it fit and run better,
Right.
And I thought about, this will never happen, but I was because one,
You're gay?
Yes. Two, it makes me seem like the most pretentious fucking piece of shit asshole in the world.
What are you doing? What do you think?
But I was thinking like, I could make some money punching up these people's jokes for them.
Oh, I see.
But then, how shitty is that? Like, if someone came up to you and was like, "Hey, you're doing great up there, but for like maybe like $20 an hour, I could bump that up for you. You'd probably be like,
Yeah, like,
kindly
"No, I'm
fuck off."
alright."
Yeah, yeah. Even if that guy would give you good advice and make your jokes better, just because of the situation of it, like you think you're funny, I could be funnier for you. It's just like it's a weird like thing, but it's like I can so easily do it. I can so easily do it to you fucking unfunny people.
I have a story about that,
Oh
actually. It was
yeah,
one time when I went to Hemet to do an open mic. I'd gone on stage and I bombed you weren't there, so I bombed horribly because
okay,
this was, like, maybe 6, 7 months into when I started doing it more consistent. I bombed horribly and I got off. And some guy at the bar, when I got back there to get a drink, he was just like, "Hey man, let me give you some advice." It's like some older black guy, so he was cool. But
yeah.
he's like, "You see, this is how I write a joke," and he shows me his notepad things on his phone. It's like big paragraphs of shit. He's like, "You see this red part? That's the punchline." But like it was all just like a big blob of mess. So obviously, also I didn't want to hear his advice at that point because one, I had bombed horribly, and
Yeah,
in
it's like, I
my
don't want
mind,
to
I'm
talk
like,
to you.
I don't want to talk to
Yeah, fuck
anyone.
off.
And he was like trying to give me advice, but I'm like, yeah, but even when he won, he didn't do that good either.
Yeah,
But I'm just like,
man.
but I don't mean to be a dick, but it's just,
No, but it's true.
it's slightly true sometimes. But that's the thing, how I feel about it. Like if I do horribly one night, like I don't want to hear anybody try to like, you could do this and whatnot. Like, cause I don't want to hear, cause at
Yeah.
that point I know the whole idea of the joke and whatnot is bad. So you have to start from scratch, which is
Not
what
always. Sometimes it is just like a wording or like minor changes.
sometimes, yes, if it's like if it's a joke that does somewhat decently, like, oh, there's something here.
Yeah,
But
you can feel
usually,
it.
what I'm starting to do now, if I try a joke and it doesn't work completely, and if I know going up there, because I know now when I go up there, I'm like, oh, I like this one, I like this one,
Yeah, and you
this
feel
one
it in
I
yourself
don't
too.
like, but I
Yeah.
have to try because I need time. So, and
Mhm.
then when it comes to that point, if it's a joke that bombs horribly, and like, well, I didn't like this idea anyways, I'm just throwing it out
Yeah.
because I'm just like, I don't want to spend the time to like, I don't want to take the time to like make it better if
To
I can
make
like
it
edit these other ones, and if I get on a good stride with those ones I can add more to it because like the mindset's already rolling
yeah, rather than make a bad or mediocre one okay, you can make an okay or mediocre one
better.
pretty good or pretty decent,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Or
how I think of it, at
yeah,
least.
and you could even like just like cut it in half, like use it as like a small part of another bit too, is like
Yeah, that's
just
good too.
repurpose it into something else.
Usually if it's like like sometimes I have similar ideas for stuff, and then if I see it like, oh, this is like the same idea, how can I connect it, and then I
Exactly,
think
mix them
about it.
together and just like do
Yeah,
little bits here.
which is what I'm trying to do now, is write longer jokes, but that's hard as shit because fucking where do you go sometimes with some stuff? Like I've been stuck on one joke that I really like that I've been trying to figure out where to go afterwards, and I just can't fucking for the life of me think about where to go. You've heard that joke. It's that one like I've been going to therapy.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
love that joke, like because at the end, wait a minute, this sounds too easy, because you remember. Yeah. But I've tried so hard. Like I would think about it, I'm like, where the fuck do I go with this joke? Because like, if you look at it structurally, it's not a bad joke. It's a good joke. Uh,
but you want
but
to add
fuck, I
more
want
to
to
it.
add more
You
to
could
it, but
make
I
it. You
just
could,
can't.
yeah.
I just don't know where to go. So I've been for a while. That joke's just been as it is. I'm like, damn it. But it's fine because sometimes I get longer jokes out. Well, like when I write newer jokes, sometimes I get along something at least like a minute or so. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
But
maybe you could, and I'll cut this part out. Maybe you could be because it's like your wife's in divorce. Maybe you could be like, oh, we're trying to do our own therapy or like journaling. So she writes in her journal about all the things she wants to do in her career and how she wants to progress in her life.
and I
And
read
I
her
write in my
journal.
journal about how badly I want to fuck her sister. Or just
Maybe,
something like that, just like something with the therapy. So yeah.
maybe. I don't
And
know.
back, yeah, but, just like little, yeah. That's where it's funny that you said that because I feel like when I was doing more stand up and writing shit, that's what I would like unconsciously gravitate towards doing, like start with a premise or idea and just kind of because I already do this with myself, just ramble off and just do shit either in my mind or out loud. So that's just kind
Right.
of what I did for the joke writing too. Just think of an idea and just go off that, and then it kind of just naturally goes to something else or in some way because like I'll think or say something that reminds me of something else. But yeah, it's different for everyone.
Yeah, because the writing process and telling a joke, everybody has their own way of doing it. So you can get help for writing a joke, but like delivering it is a different thing.
Yeah, that's
You
something
know.
you just got to work on, like on your own, because people can tell you, like, yeah, someone can see a joke written that they've never heard before, and be like, okay, you would inflection on this part, or they would do it a couple times, like, all right,
But then at that point, that's how they would tell that joke. You know what I
exactly,
mean?
and you
Yeah.
got to find like your own type of voice and how you would deliver it, and even then, you could change words and make it fit how you talk and your dialect and your way of thinking.
Now, do you like my origami, Nick?
Yeah, I was about to say I like this little display here you got going on. I'm wicked excited. I'm wicked retarded excited.
Here you go,
to see
dude.
it.
You
Oh,
do some. I did
ooh.
3.
All right,
You
there
do
we go.
some.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got this. You see, this is inspired from the recent Silent Hill 2 remake.
Okay, yeah,
This is
Pyramid Head.
Head.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was be a bit of an homage.
Good old triangle skull.
This is a spaceship.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
You see it's a little fighter
Yeah,
jet. It's a little broken, but
it's a recreation of the USS Nostromo from the Alien Isolation sequel game coming up soon.
exactly. You see, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
And then this, you know,
That's like one of those like spiky pieces of sheet metal you like hobos put on their roofs of their little tin huts.
oh, you know what this is? This is the old washing
Oh
machine.
yeah, it's a washing board. Yeah, it's a washboard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotta take that out into the river, just run your clothes across it. I'm not sure how that cleans it. Maybe it's got like wool on it or something, like how like scrub.
No, that'll
shit
scrub.
out.
Maybe I don't know.
Because it looked like just like a board that just had like
It was the
like
board.
a filter. It had like a thick filter on it. It looked like.
No, it was like that sheet metal. It was like that. You know how like some curtains look like how they have like those lumps in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like these ones, like they got the.
Yeah, something like that. Like the little wavies in it, but it was metal. I think it was just metal because it was just like rub up against it because it was like lumps. You know, there's like the little gaps
like,
in between
get into there and like it's interesting how shit got made and done in the past.
Well, you should see in Mexico at my well before my grandma's house was torn down. She over there. They didn't have washing machines. At least, well, I think now they do. But when I would go there as a kid, they didn't have washing machines. They had this thing called a pila. It was called it was like this big thing made out of cement. It was like one big section was hollowed out so you could put fresh water in there.
All right, yeah.
And then next to it was like a washboard kind of thing, but it was made out of the concrete. So they were just like so they like molded it and then they let it dry that way onto the next side of it. And there was like I had like a slope. So like the soapy water can drip out.
Runs down.
Yeah. So then you like, dip it in the water and scrub it there with your laundry detergent or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you just, it was a very old way to do it.
Yeah, but you got to do it. You got to get that laundry done. You can't be walking around in corn husks forever. You got to get that actual laundry done.
Corn husks and tortillas. You know?
It's a never-ending cycle. One turns into the other, into the other, into the other one.
You know, and I brought this up before, but I work at Home Depot, and sometimes I work in the section where they have laundry detergent.
Oh yeah.
And there's a very specific smell. I know which one it is, and all the Mexicans know out there which one. If you ever buy or see like the laundry detergent that comes in that plastic bag, you know, the big plastic bags.
Okay.
That's how you know you're fucking like Mexican.
So is it like the
all
pods
Mexican grandmas? No, it's like just a big bag of laundry because you know how like sometimes comes in a tub or it's like a box. No. The cheap one, because you know that's what Mexicans like to go for, is like this big one that either has a seal on it or it has like a little star on it. It just comes in a plastic bag, like this huge of detergent.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, interesting. It's like bagged milk in Canada, and bagged detergent.
Yeah, but every time I smell that smell, it reminds me of my grandma's house. She's not with us anymore, but you know.
Oh yeah, reminds you of a simpler time.
Reminds me of a simpler time. Yeah, when I would get beat by my grandma.
Yep, and then your mom and dad would join in, like that one JoJo Part 5 meme. I was kicking you on the ground.
Everyone joined it, even my cousins.
Taking it wailing on. Yeah, you were the guy to get attacked at the time.
Now what is this, Nick? This looks like a palm tree.
You know, it could be that. I tried to make something like a flower. I tried to like wrap it up, make it like a stem, then kind of tear off the top parts, make it like a petal.
You know what it is? It's like in the cartoon shows when they smoke
like
a cigar and it blows up.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, it's a little comedic bit right there. All right, now I got to think about what I'm gonna make with this final.
Well, you see, you got Chip and Dale from Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that's nice.
Yep, this one's Chip, that one's Dale.
No, this one's Dale, that one's Chip.
All right, I think that's what I said, but you just said it's backwards. Maybe they were the ones chiefing on the stogie before it exploded.
Good old fucking stogie. I never had one.
Nope. Arnold smokes them all the time.
Arnold Palmer?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
Arnold Palmer dips his stogies in his Arnold Palmers.
That's the only way to do it. He lets the leaf of the stogie soak in Arnold Palmer for a week, and then lets it dry for a week, and then smokes it after that.
Yeah, it's like smoking an acid cigarette.
Yeah, like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
I would do that. I do.
You would do that?
Well, I do maybe with like a joint. Cause I don't want to smoke a cigarette, but it'd have to be like a shitty joint with like just like real shitty, like not dirt weed, but just not like really low grade, easy shit, so I can mostly get the acid.
Or how about this? We get a shitty joint, and then we'll soak it in like a few drops of vodka, and then we'll let it sit for like a week. And every day we'll add a few more drops to it.
Yeah, and then you light it up and it just instantly catches on fire in your hands and gives you second-degree burns across your face and burns off your eyebrows. Yeah. That'd be fun time.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Nick? What's going on with you?
Not too much. Playing a lot of Noida. Get playing Noida and getting Noided.
Noida.
Noida is a fun little PC game. I think it's only on Steam where you play as a wizard or an alchemist. There's a couple like tablets referring to alchemy, and you can do alchemy, which is like mixing shit together. And you play as a little wizard, and you start. It's a roguelike, so you start with 2 wands. You always have your basic wand, which like is like projectile. It's got infinite like shots.
Right.
It's like pew pew pew, and then you have your bomb wand. Now the bomb will either have like it'll be like 3 bombs that do a big explosion. Then you have like 16 dynamite that does a smaller explosion, or like exploding crystals. So you have your shooty, and then your explosive to help you like traverse. And it's like a 2D, so you start going down the mines, and you go through these like mines, and you find enemies, and you shoot them and blow up like little. Like you can see if there's like a tunnel down here and like more pads, you can use a bomb to blow up like a route through there. It's all made of like it's based on like actual physics too. So there's like elements and like things. You see the ground, you can hover over it. It's like, oh, this part of the ground is grass. This part is rock. This part is dense rock. This part is oil. This is this. And it's like, oh, well, if I have this whole pit of oil, I see a lamp up here. I'll shoot the lamp.
Light it on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can get a spell that's like, oh, it makes your wand a torch. And that lights on fire, and you can hold it against like wood, and it'll burn. You can do crazy shit. So the game's about like finding those new wands. You'll find wands like throughout the mazes and dungeons and shit.
Oh, you switch between them.
Yeah, and you have 4 slots. You have like 4 slots for doing different wand shit. So some of them, and they have like different augments on them. Like this wand's like, oh, it has a thing that shoots 2 spells at once in like an angled pattern, or it has like a trigger spell. So you shoot this spell, and when it hits, it triggers this other spell. Basically, yeah. Bam, 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 bam. You can make guns. Basically, there's a wand that it's basically a minigun, and it's got a really high recharge speed. You put a spell in it, and it just goes. You just like shoot.
Like lightning bolts or something?
No, you can put whatever spell in it. So your wands, they all have like their stats. You can interchange spells at certain spots. You can't. There's a perk that lets you change tinker. It's called tinker with your wands anywhere. But you can only usually do it in the Holy Mountain, which is like at the end of like the little dungeon. You get to the teleport, it takes you to the Holy Mountain, and you can rearrange like your wand spells, buy new spells, or buy new wands, get a new perk. But as soon as you leave a Holy Mountain, it gets destroyed, so you can't go back in there.
No.
So yeah, you gotta really be sure you wanna go out of there. But once you get to a certain point, you can just break through. There's a spell called a black hole, and it's exactly that. It's a black hole. So you shoot it, and it goes through every single material there is, and it makes you like a little path. So you can backtrack, or there's like teleporting spells. So you can like, if you're in the Holy Mountain, there's like an incline. So you go up a little bit, you hover, and then teleport over, so you don't trigger the thing.
Oh,
so
shit.
You can go back to it. Yeah. And there's so many crazy little secrets about this game and shit that it doesn't tell you. This game does not handhold you at all. In fact, it is quite mean. Quite mean.
You've died multiple times?
I think this is like 96 times.
What?
You can die in like the first like fucking 5 seconds, because there was a spot I went and I found a wand that was in like this room. There's like these little trap like mechanical things. I didn't even notice them there. So I went, I picked up the wand, and it shot a bunch of acid at me and killed me instantly.
Oh,
and if I would have just
that's what you get for being greedy.
That's what I get for not looking. Yeah, I didn't look. I got noided.
I got noided.
Yep. And there's these little like floating slime enemies that shoot slime at you, and the slime makes this corrosive acid, and it sticks on you. You have like water physics. So if you're like submerge yourself in water, there's like a little like, oh, you're 100% water, and it's like how much you're covered. And as you move, the percentage goes down. But when you're covered in water, you don't catch on fire as easily because you're covered in water.
Because covered in water.
Yeah, and you can get through other materials. If you're covered in oil, you're gonna get lit the fuck on fire instantly. If you touch fire, if you're covered in acid, there's all sorts of cool things.
That's a fun time.
Oh yeah. There's also like potions you can do. Like you just start with a potion. It's either like vial. It's like give water, like swamp. And to make swamp, you mix water with acid. So if there's like a giant vat of acid, you squirt a little water, and it makes it like clears it out, so you can swim in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can like mix shit together to make other shit. I haven't gotten that far because that's crazy, like deep shit. But you can. There's like a potion called a polymorphine, and it turns you into something else or something else. So if like you jump in it, you'll turn into like a flying sheep, or turn into like a boss for like 5 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you mix all these sorts of things like acceleratium, which makes you faster, and like levitation, if you like mix these things together, you can make other things.
Like new stuff, or
new types of like potions and concoctions. Apparently there's one called like void liquid or something, and it's if you mix everything together, it makes this void liquid, which is just like a basically a black hole and destroys everything. So just like that's like
the final solution potion right there.
Yeah, Hitler's favorite. But it's fucking crazy. And I see people on Reddit of like doing these wand builds, and you can find wands with like multiple slots. Like, the first one you start with has like, 3 slots and then 1 slot for your bomb. There's some that have like 15 slots, and people have like every one like math. That's like, it starts with here, it double casts this spell, and then it gets this one to this effect, and this is that, and then it recursions it, and then it makes it go faster. So then people just have literally miniguns shooting like giant Kamehameha waves of explosive bullshit.
God.
It's insane. It's fucking crazy.
But you're not there yet.
No, God, no.
No.
No, you got to get really, really good at dodging and just tinkering and knowing what shit does in general. And then also luck, because it's a roguelike. You got to find the good spells. And if you're just in a run, you don't find any good wands with good spells, or there's no good spells to buy or no good wands to buy. You're just kind of going with what you got, and you got to make do. And if you don't find those black holes, or you don't have the bombs to go up, or you don't know or have the ability to go back and do these extra things, you kind of can't.
But is it like Slay the Spire, as in like there's multiple levels, or is it like you start one way and you keep going, and if you die, you come back to this way and you just keep going?
So you always start in this. You always start above, and you always go to the mines. And it's actually the whole world. It's the same map every single, just slightly different. It's the same areas, and it's just a giant world map. And say you start at the beginning, and you got to go through every time. But you can, like I said, you can go back to areas if you have like a black hole you're always digging down. So if you have the black hole to dig up through the bedrock or whatever to get up, you totally can. Or you can get spells that act as drills. You can use your one to like drill through shit, or you can like use a light, like a beam of like concentrated light to do it. Or like plasma. Plasma will go through shit, but then plasma will kill you as well. So if you shoot the plasma, it makes a little orb right here, and it shoots plasma. And if you jump into that space, you're going to get hit by your own plasma and get fucked.
Oh, fuck. So don't do that,
No.
then.
And there's a plasma death cross. It makes like a giant cross of plasma, and you're probably going to get hit by that and die instantly.
Huh.
Yeah. Game is, it's fair, but very punishing. It does not handhold you, doesn't tell you shit. You just got to get through, figure it out, and die infinite times.
And what did you buy it for? $47.63.
Oh, yeah. No, it was like on sale for like $8 or something.
$8?
It's like it's like $15-20 normally. I think
that's not too
it's
bad.
like 15. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
it's pretty good.
It's not a bad deal.
No, and I've been playing
What else have you been playing?
Game Dev Tycoon. I fucking love Game Dev Tycoon.
Oh, you got back into it?
Yeah, I always get back in it for
Yeah.
a little while. I've gotten farther than I ever have. I've gotten to the final office space. I've got a couple $1 million. I've got all 6 employees I can make large games now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Part of the fun of that game is when you make the games, you can title them. So just like making exclusive titles,
Right.
like like Call of Booty. Like instead of like
Call of Booty.
yeah, I made like a law simulation game. I called it Ogre Right or Phoenix Wrong, and just,
Phoenix
just
Wrong.
dumb shit like that.
Final Freaky 16.
Yeah. First Fantasy, and then the sequel, Second Fantasy.
Second Fantasy.
Yeah, First Fantasy did great. When I put out First Fantasy, oh boy, that was a big hit for me.
For-
Second Fantasy, not as much.
Not as much.
Second Fantasy was not as good as
Well,
First
you should
Fantasy.
do a third one called Final Fantasy. Because it's the third.
Or
First.
Fantasy Finale.
Fantasy
There
Finale.
you go, Fantasy Finale. Something like that. Yeah,
Something along those
it's
lines.
a fun time.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, I actually I started playing Final Fantasy 14 online.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, since you had talked about it the other day, and the only reason why I started it is because right now you can play it for free between like if you sign up between like October to December, but you can only play for free up to level 70. After that, you have to buy the game.
Yeah.
But so I figured since we talked about it the other day, I'm like, I'll give it a try here. Good things about it, and, so I got into it. I'm not far in at all. I'm only like an hour and a half in. I'm like level 7.
Okay, yeah.
Level 7. So I'm learning the layout of things, how to read stuff going around. I fought some mushrooms last night.
Nice.
I picked the Dragoon class.
Cool.
Because I like being Dragoon.
Oh yeah.
And then
But you're gonna change that because that's
well, yeah, you got to master a lot.
Yeah,
of
you master the
classes.
job and go to other ones.
Yeah. I'll do a Dragoon first, and then I'll go to Hunter afterwards, and then I'll bounce around. Get my
your base stats and base bearings.
base bearings
Up
all
to level
settled.
70.
And then after that, I'll have to buy one of the editions, either the
If you
starter
want
for
to.
$20. We'll see how it is. It doesn't seem like it's too bad so far. I think I might get into it.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like was like setting up and getting into the game took a while because I didn't know that there were like different servers.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, tons.
But all of them are mostly full. So there's only a few
Yeah.
that are empty. So
Yeah.
then when I went online to figure it out, it's like, all right, this server is open and there's a few cities and places you can start in. I'm like, okay, I'll start here. Because at first I tried to get into one. That was like the first one that was on the list. I'm like, oh, I'll try this. And then it's like waiting. No room available anywhere. Reload after 3 minutes. No room available
Yep.
anywhere. I'm just waiting like,
people doing their dailies, doing those raid dungeons, doing those grinds, fucking constantly people playing fucking FF14.
Well, it's your own character in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's
and
the fantasy.
it's the fantasy. The final one. The 14th final one.
I don't know if they'll ever make another online one though.
No, they're just gonna keep fucking going
They'll
back.
keep spamming this one.
14 is just been going for so long, and it just keeps getting shit into it. And it's just they're just gonna keep it 14. It's just gonna be. Maybe someday we'll be on Final Fantasy 26, and people will still be playing FF14.
Online, yeah.
Yep, you're crazy.
No,
Or maybe there'll be a 14-2.
14-2, yeah,
That'd be-
like 10-2, yeah.
It could be like Overwatch, where they just keep the same game and just rename it.
Yeah, keep the same, and then it flopped miserably.
Yeah,
Yeah, bad. It's like that other game that
Concord.
Concord, yeah,
That was
that
around
flopped.
that was around for a month and a half.
Failed miserably too. There's a lot of games that have just been failing miserably. But you know what I'm excited for? What I've been hearing a lot of good things about is that new Dragon Ball Z game.
Oh yeah, what is it? Sparking
Zero.
Zero. Yeah.
It's because that's Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay,
It's a Sparking Zero. The roster for the characters in here is like 140 characters. The fighting is like it's like the old school Dragon Ball fighting games, like side moving around opponents,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
Infinite World
Yeah.
style like that. But apparently in here, the fun thing about it, you've heard the Dragon Ball story. Everybody knows the fucking Dragon Ball
Oh,
story.
yeah.
It's all simple, straightforward.
Raditz came and then they beat him and then Goku died and then Vegeta and blah, 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 blah.
But in this game, you have the option to change the story. So instead
Yeah.
of having Piccolo help you fight, right, to be like, no, fuck you, I'm going to go with Krillin and do it. And it just changes the story completely.
Oh yeah, but I think you can only do that up to a certain point. Like you still have to do the main story, but like the sides, it's not you. I don't think it's like you can start there and then you start as Krillin, and then that whole new thing is all. And I think it takes like it can do like 2 or 3 nodes, and then it kind of gets you like a natural like end point. But then you got to go back to the main story. That's what I've heard, or from what little I've seen. You know.
Oh, so okay.
But it still lets you like see, like go into like extra, like what if this happened, and it would do something, But it's still, it's the main story, and then just branches.
Yeah, to
here and
see
there,
to see what different things would happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe that'd be cool though if it's not connected, but maybe if you do that, you with Krillin down here, and you do that, and that's like whatever main story, and then this branch is a continuation of that branch. Maybe even though they're not directly connected, it's still referencing that.
Oh,
separate.
I see.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't played. I don't know anything, but that'd be cool if they did that. Where it's
I want to play it. That's the problem.
exactly. It's for once. It's the first time in decades where you've wanted to play a Dragon Ball game for the story.
Exactly.
Since Fighter Z, because that had its own unique story, but it's for every single DBZ game. It's just here we go. Minutes since last Dragon Ball story. It's the same thing. We all know it, but got to make it better.
But this is refreshing, and it's a bright new take on a game.
Yeah.
And it's also what I really like when it comes to like fighting games in general. Like when how they do the interactions before they fight.
Oh yeah, they have like their quotes to each other.
Their quotes to each other. Yeah. I really like seeing stuff like that, especially in the Dragon Ball games, because it reminds me of Raging Blast 2, which was
Ooh,
another
yeah.
fun Dragon Ball game that had a big roster on the 360 and whatnot, which
Yeah.
I wish it would be fucking backwards compatible for the Xbox One. For some fucking reason, they're like, no, that could stay there on 360. That's fine. Nobody wants that on the One.
Yeah.
I do. I want it.
I want it, damn it.
But no, it's fine. I'm just going to buy Sparking Zero at some point. My birthday's coming up in a few months, so my brother said
yeah.
he'd buy me Black Myth Wukong.
Ooh,
For my
yeah,
birthday.
that's pretty good.
But I don't know if I want that.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what it comes to at a certain point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hear it's a fun-ish game. It's a mixture of like DMC and Dark Souls kind of. I think it's like somewhat not stage based, but it's mostly a linear story.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mostly like linear paths that there's like branching paths to find like side stuff and
Yeah.
items, but for the most part, it's all like straight narrow. The
Yeah.
powers in here are pretty cool. Like you can stop time and whatnot,
shit.
but it's not that I don't want to play it. It's just
So
like
you'd rather play Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
I'd rather play Dragon Ball or any other Souls game that I really like.
Oh yeah, replay Elden Ring.
Replay Elden Ring.
Give
No,
that,
I'm
give that
still-
dilk.
get that. I don't know if I'll ever replay it. I love Elden Ring. Don't get me wrong, but it's just Bloodborne,
Yeah.
Dark Souls,
Dargan's Dogma.
Darken's Dogma.
I've heard some people say that they like the DLC more than Elden Ring. In fact, they wish there's probably monsters now, but that you can like fuck Elden Ring, just start a new game with a character that's ready to take the DLC and just play the DLC. that's
But you can unlock the DLC early in Elden Ring, apparently too.
Yeah, but then you still have to unlock it. You have to like fight. I think they like said Murgo or what.
Morg. That's
But I
like
think
that,
they said
that
you gotta
blood
fight,
demon
fight
guy.
Mog or more. Yeah, you gotta beat him in order to get
Yeah.
it. But it's like, well, what if you don't want to go through all that, getting your build, finding this weapon, blah, blah,
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know. That's the thing too about that game. It's a fun game, but it just takes too long.
Yeah,
It takes really long time to get set up and get a good character
because it's
going
so
before you
goddamn
want-
big.
Exactly.
Unless you know exactly where you want to go, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go.
But even then,
Rush
getting
here to
there
Kayla.
is
It's
a
like, when are you
problem.
gonna get there?
You gotta fucking get there. That's the issue.
But yeah, maybe start with your character that's already done. You can get into the dilk.
Maybe.
Apparently, it is fun. It's the most fun people have had with From Software content in a while, which makes me excited to eventually get to it.
Eventually.
I saw screenshots.
You get that PS5 Pro.
Exactly. Oh God, no! I just get regular one. Fuck that piece of shit.
The Slim.
I saw someone like a screenshot of someone doing a playthrough of Elden Ring. They're on the DLC, and the screenshot was them fighting a boss. It was I don't know anything about the fingers, but I know fingers are like an important thing. And I thought it was just a title, But no, it's actually a giant hand with like 7 fingers on it. It's like a cool blue ring, and it's like a boss fight. It's like, damn, that looks sick as fuck. It's Bloodborne plus Dark Souls. It's all the eldritch weird horror shit plus the fantasy medieval shit put together. And I wish I kind of had played sooner, because I'm somewhat spoiled from cultural osmosis by the final boss. What's it called? The one mind, the great one mind or something.
Yeah, that weird celestial being.
It's like
thing.
one of those Bloodborne things that like shoots the it's like like when you go to Bergenworth, it's like that weird like snake thing with like the flower head on it.
Yeah,
it's like kind of like that.
Kind of.
It's like a big star sign. I wish I wasn't spoiled on that, but it's but knowing it's there makes it still cool.
You'll get to it at some point, and you'll enjoy every minute of it regardless.
Oh yeah. Have you did you ever do much item crafting?
In Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit, not a lot. I mainly like to collect the pots, and then like to do the throwable items. I like to do that
exactly,
a lot.
Yeah. Did you how much stealth did you use? How much stealth did you utilize?
Barely any.
Yeah. So apparently,
sometimes I'd be sneaking around.
Yeah, if you're like, oh well, there's 5, I can go and I kill them. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Apparently in the DLC there's a couple areas, or at least one, where what's the horse? It's not aggro.
No, it's a Tauren.
Tauren. Apparently there's an area where they make it so Tauren fucks off. Tauren does not want to go there, so you're hoofing it. And it's an Elden Ring sized area, so you're hoofing it.
You're just running.
And apparently that's like a horror based area too. There's like weird, like scary shit going on there. So it's
real and scary.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Times.
Video games are fun.
More fists, more Elden or not. It's a Sekiro parry and shit.
Yeah, Sekiro parry. It's got a little bit of everything in there.
Everything. Springs. So a little salt bay sprinkle.
Yeah, a little salt bay. Little
salt
bay action.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I heard some noises. I'll be right back momentarily.
Okay. I have to pee anyway, so I'll be right back. We'll be right back. No, I was just here sitting, writing my suicide note.
Okay, cool. Got it. It is just, goddamn, there you go. All right.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing bad. I'll read it right now. Hello, family and friends. It's your favorite fat Mexican who's not fluffy. I know all this is sudden, but nonetheless, it had to be done. And then I wrote my name, Caesar. And then afterwards, P.S. Go Raiders. And then P-double-S, don't touch my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
P-triple-S, unless if you want to, go ahead and touch my stuff. But how would I know if you did? I'm dead. And then Caesar.
Just make sure you put it back after you're done. You know something the conclusion I came to very recently?
What is that conclusion?
General Hospital. It's a very weird show.
A weird show?
It's a weird show. It's probably not weird, but it's a very interesting show because it's been going on for however many years. I just listened to like a little snippet of it right now. There's some woman talking on a iPad FaceTime call with another woman, and she's like, "I just think it's a little weird that Jeremy he like fired me and Ronald, and then he hired Jessica." And the lady's like, oh, "He hired Jessica? What's going on?" And then cuts these 2 other people. It's like there's so many plots going on in just General Hospital at any time. There's like 50 million characters just all doing their own thing, doing drugs and dying and sleeping with each other and having babies, and this person's crazy and fucking it's wild. It's nuts.
I don't know what that show is.
It's like a
it's not reality.
It's a drama. No, it's what's it called? It's like not a sitcom. It's a soap opera. There it is. The soap opera. It's like that weird like 60 FPS where everything is like so smooth, Or you've heard maybe like your mom watches some like Mexican soap operas. Or you see the camera quality. It's like really smooth. It doesn't look like it's like a weird quality to it. But yeah, the 50 million thousand characters always up to something.
But it's your favorite show, right?
It's it's got quite a riveting story, and
you have the DVD box set.
Yeah, the 27,000 DVD box set.
The 27,000 DVD box set.
I'm waiting on the extra 16,000 to fully complete the first season.
Now, Nick, I went over my suicide note.
Yeah.
But on the back of this, I actually drew something.
Ooh,
I don't know what
labia.
it is. It's something.
It could be like a portrait and like a woman, and that's like her eyes. It's actually pretty good, actually, if it was. And like that's like her neck, and it's like her jaw, and then it's like her hair like flipping up, and
It's a picture of my mother.
So okay.
No, yeah, it's how I'm gonna look like after my suicide.
Yeah, that's her neck's all crooked. She's like hanging there from the news. Yeah. Speaking of suicide, hanging and writing notes, why don't we do a Mad Lib?
Oh, okay.
As I still continue to try to figure out what's going to happen. I'm going to leave this as is. That's like Idaho or something. Idaho's kind of...
No, that's Iowa.
Iowa? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, Iowa. There, perfect. There you go. It's Iowa. Just got to make sure they know their home state represented here in episode 113 of the Clueless Podcast.
Iowa.
The Clueless Podcast, right otherwise
there.
known as Vibin.
Front and center.
Yep, there you go. Bada boom. Right? Iowa. The coffee state.
No, a little.
There you go.
Little topper for your
right
coffee.
in there, Iowa. Perfect. Here. Imagine it was like still full, just like overflows all in there.
That's Iowa.
That's Iowa. Yep. Drunk. Deep in the throes of a coffee addiction.
Now, do you remember who did the Mad Lib last time?
I think you wrote it.
I wrote it.
Or yeah, I think we can see what it is.
Okay.
Let's take a look. See. Previously on Mad Lib.
I wrote it.
Okay, so I'll do this one. This is a spellcaster study.
Ooh.
Study conducted by a spellcaster. Caesar, give me a plural noun.
Couches.
Couches. Give me an adverb.
Quickly.
Yeah, all right. Adverb. Yeah. Now I gotta think. What's an adverb?
What's
give me
an adverb?
Give me an adjective.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. Give me another adjective.
No, puffy.
All right, puffy. Give me a noun. Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy. Give me a noun.
Sugar. No.
Noun.
Yeah. Door.
Door. Give me an adjective.
Woody.
Woody. Give me 2 silly words.
2 silly words. Flambunctious and bodacious.
Give me a place.
Wisconsin.
Give me a number.
47.
Give me a verb.
47. Swimming.
Swim. Hey. Swim. Name me a verb ending in ing.
Verb ending in ing. Running.
Running. All right. Give me a noun.
Box.
Box. Give me a part of the body.
Box. No, don't use that. Actually, I mean you could, I guess, but no. Let's do my tibia.
Tibia. All right. Tibia and your fibia. Give me an occupation. Plural.
Gynecologist.
Gynecologist. I think you do gynecologist a lot. It is a pretty good occupation. It's a very profitable one. Give me an adjective.
That's what I wish I was.
Oh yeah.
Stinky.
Stinky. Give me a verb ending in ing.
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Give me a noun.
Police officer.
Police officer. Alrighty. Here we have a spellcaster's study.
Alrighty.
While some characters may fight battles using their technical couches and brawn, others only need a puffy thing called magic.
Puff. Okay.
Magic is a very fluffy craft when used quickly, but it's not one door fits all. It requires many years of woody practice to cast a spell by uttering flambunctious bodacious. That's why many spellcasters end up in the Wisconsin reading 47-page books for decades. That's not too bad. 47-page books. I can pop through a couple of those in a day.
That'd be pretty easy to read.
So be careful the next time you swim a warlock by running your 2-handed box at his skinny tibia.
Skinny tibia.
One has very skinny legs. Doesn't go to leg day. While wizards and gynecologists are often physically weak, they can pack a stinky punch. Ew, I'm sure a gynecologist can.
Yeah.
He's got the stinkiest punch.
He's got that stank.
Yeah.
That backhand.
After all, what's an axe when compared to fireballs sleeping down from the police officer?
That sounds like a police officer.
Yeah, magical cop. Yeah, just shooting his fireballs.
Yeah, shooting his fireballs.
Yeah, what's an axe to a gun?
In and out.
Yeah. Damn, stinky punches. That's it.
Stinky punches.
If ever D&D again, I'm gonna make a thing called give me an item that gives you a stinky punch.
Stinky punch.
You punch an enemy and it does regular 1d4 unarmed damage. Unarmed damage, but they gotta roll a Constitution check to see if they vomit or not from the stinky punch.
I would.
And the stinky glove. You gotta wear the stinky glove to give him the stinky punch.
Glove. Yeah, it's all filled with stinkiness.
Yeah, it just smells. It's magically enchanted. Just to whenever someone smells it, they just smell whatever they think smells the worst.
Oh,
yeah. And then you don't smell anything because you're attuned to it. You got to attune to it first. That's another thing.
Oh, you got to tune to it. It's like the radio frequency.
Yeah.
You got to find it.
That's a lot of things people do in D&D for like more like serious or like more like.
Oh yeah, stinky glove is serious.
Well, no, like in depth, more serious campaigns. They'll do like when you have like a magical piece of equipment or item, you got to attune yourself to it, you know. Or someone like has like a axe from like God of War, you know. If you want like an axe or something that really, or like a spear that returns to you, you got to attune yourself to it, and that's like bond with it with like your spirit, and that takes like a day.
Mm.
You know,
Oh,
and it's like in the same vein, kind of like adhering to the rules. Like, oh, you only have 20 arrows, so you got to buy arrows. Some people when they play, it's like I don't want to. Sometimes they might do that for like if it's like an especially powerful thing that makes sense. But for the most part, I think most people like to play like where it's like, oh, you have infinite arrows. I don't give a fuck.
yeah. Who
You're
cares?
a ranger. You have arrows. But it's like, oh, I gotta fucking. Sorry guys, but I fucking during that last fight took a while. It's like I'm just gonna use my knife now. That's real shitty.
I gotta go buy some more arrows now.
Yeah. But I guess in those instances, you could then make like a magical item that's like a magical quiver. You just constantly have ethereal arrows that just like forever. That could be.
Yeah, it just spawns them right then and there.
Yeah,
Like metal
exactly.
arrow,
Yeah.
got it right here.
Yeah, there's nothing in there except when you get it. It's like whoosh, that'd be sick, like Skyrim.
Yeah, it could be like an elemental thing, like
That could be like an upgrade to it. Put some like a sapphires, like a ruby in there to give it.
Yeah, some magic arrows.
Make it like an actual adventure RPG style game. That's what's great about D&D too, especially when you're playing like friends and shit, like a really good DM, because they can like do that effectively. Give you like good milestones and level up like equipment and shit.
It's got to be done tastefully.
Exactly. Because when I was trying to write D&D campaigns and shit, that was the two hardest things were enemies and like equipment. Because it's like, well, I mean, you're not going to use like the same like great axe the whole time. You're going to want something better. But it's like, well, do I give you a shop where you can like buy different things, or do I just like upgrade the one thing you have, or I give you a new thing? Yeah,
do you take it from an enemy?
Yeah, because that's the thing too. It's like, well, we want to search. It's like, well, do you make things search? Yeah, that's something you can like plan out beforehand.
Yeah, the planning is what is crucial when it comes to writing a D&D story. It takes a while.
And especially as session 0, like I read a lot about that on like the D&D subreddits where like the DM gets with like the group of players. It's like, all right, well, this is how this campaign's going to work. Like I'm not going to hide loot on enemies. So you don't have to be like, I search this guy. Or you can be like, I'm not going to have a weapon store. I'm just going to improve your weapons. Or if you want a new weapon, talk to me about it. That's
we'll work a deal out.
Exactly. That's what's good for session 0. So you can figure out like how like the campaign you're writing and doing merges with how the players want to play and what they want to do. Because if someone's like, no, I want to have like a store and have options, you can do that, or you can do,
Yeah, you want. Sometimes some people like that immersion where it feels like an actual RPG. I'm going to the tavern right now.
Exactly.
And then if you're not like, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, we're in town. Let's go to where we need to go.
Yeah. So it's gotta get a good balance.
It's good balance.
It's hard to do, but it's easy to do Mad Libs.
And then we're gonna do the next one.
Yeah. Ooh, what's on the back?
Oh.
It's like an advertisement for some advertisement.
Mad Libs, download Mad Libs today.
Man, we don't even need this. Once we finish this book, we don't need this piece of shit. We can just do it on our phones from now on.
Wow. Hey, but what if we like the good old pen and paper?
No. Well, if we were finding a good one that we want to do, pen and paper, that could be good. But yeah.
Remember, we're going to sell this once we finish filling it up. Put it on eBay and see who buys our shitty Mad Libs.
We'll start at $100. And like every month it doesn't get sold, we'll lower the cost by $5 until someone eventually will buy it.
Someone will.
Eventually. Someone will want a completed Dungeons and Dragons and Dungeons Mad Lib.
There's actually, I didn't notice this right now, but there's a little Mad Lib on the back that's already filled in.
All right, yeah.
If you just heard someone say, inside the dark and wet flower shop, there were 22,450 more generous kobolds. Achoo, screamed the elf. We might have bitten off more than we can polish.
Sometimes it happens,
Sometimes, you bite a little too hard.
Yeah, you're taking a nibble of your car. It's like, I can't polish this. It's too big of a bite.
I like aluminum. That's what I'm into.
Yeah, chewing that aluminium.
Yeah, that's the best thing about soda pops. You buy it in the can, you can drink it, and then you can have a snack afterwards.
Yeah, it's like a goat. Oh, God, I hate when I pop the lid open and my nail like goes and like the ridge goes. Yeah, and like just it's not even like a big scratch. Just like I just feel it. It's like because my mind's like, what if I like scraped it and like cut into my nail, and it's like, oh God,
no. I hate those kinds of feelings because I'm thinking of it right now. It's just like the feeling of like wool going through your teeth, or like cloth rubbing in between your teeth. Just that feeling. It feels weird. I'm like,
I don't know about that, but all right.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a feeling I hate. I always feel that all the time. Like something's rubbing in between my teeth.
Yeah, unless you're flossing, then that's
Well, that's normal.
Well, that gets shit out of your teeth.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes I want shit in my teeth.
Sometimes you want it in there. It helps.
It saves the flavor for later.
Yeah, it saves the flavor of the other shit.
Yeah, apparently it's bad for you.
What, keeping shit in your mouth?
Yeah, well, apparently. No, but not flossing, because all that gunk and bacteria that stays in your mouth, it goes into your lungs and stuff. You got to get it out.
Yeah, got to floss at least once a day.
I do it at least twice a day. I always brush my teeth twice a day.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, I got to get some more floss.
I know. I noticed.
Yeah.
That's why I use my pubes whenever I run out. Like, get the real long ones.
Yeah, exactly. Just a strand of hair, just boink.
Yeah, or ask my mom, can I have some hair today? And then
rip it out.
Rip it out for her when she's sleeping.
You don't need this shit.
You don't need this shit.
It's too long.
Falling off anyways.
Did you ever worry about that? That your hair is you're gonna lose every single bit of it? Just one.
I'm already losing
One
hair.
day, you're gonna wake up and it's just all gone, just instantly.
Well.
It's like you got alopecia just everywhere. Your eyebrows, your everything.
Well, at that point, I just rock it.
Oh, yeah.
No. If I had alopecia and all my hair falling out, then at that point I would.
You'd marry Will Smith.
Well, yeah, because then what else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I would definitely get the eyebrow tattoos for sure.
Yeah.
Make it look good, because at that point they're never coming back. But at least I could have eyebrows.
Yeah, you could look like a
Latina lady.
Yeah, like a mid 20-year-old Latina.
Yeah, mid 20-year-old Latina.
Gotta make sure the thing good. You can get the whole thing fucking like a tattoo. You can get the hair tattoo, the beard tattoo.
No, that's too much. Hair, beard, eyebrows. I think that's like reasonable.
Yeah,
that's the only hair thing you really need on your face so you look normal.
That's easy. And if someone's good at doing it, then it'll look,
it looked
halfway
natural.
decent from 10 feet away. Then you just get closer. It's like,
that guy's fucking.
All right.
That's kind of ugly.
Something's wrong there.
I don't know. But if I ever. Well, here's the thing. I'm already losing my hair because in this spot specifically, I already see follicles falling out.
All right, yeah.
So when it gets to that certain point when I'm balding, I'm probably just gonna not shave my head completely, but I'm gonna cut it. I honestly been thinking about that for a while, just shaving it real low, so then I don't have to worry about styling it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of fucking lazy. I don't want to really
Easier
worry
to
about it
clean.
anymore. Exactly. Just keep it nice and small.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. That way I don't have to comb my hair and I can wear a hat, and I'd look all right.
Exactly.
I'm thinking about it, but I don't have the courage to do it yet because I'm scared.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I might do it soon. I'm thinking about it because fuck it. Why not?
Test the waters.
I'm tired of doing styling my hair and whatnot because I'm lazy. Let's be honest. I'm very lazy. It's apparent in most of the things that I do, like my wardrobe.
Oh yeah.
I went to bed in this last night. I woke up. I didn't change my underwear, so I'm not wearing any.
Yep. Nope. You make it even easier. You less clothes to take off later.
Exactly.
Yeah. I do the same thing. I wear like the same pair of clothes for like a couple days. Like if I'm not doing anything, like fuck, I'm not getting real sweaty or.
Yeah. If you're just home, just change the underwear. Like that's
exactly.
all right.
Yeah. Just do a little sniff test. Yeah, I can wear that for another couple days.
You turn it inside out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get 4 uses. One day, flip it out the other day.
Yeah. Frontwards, backwards, and inside out. Frontwards and backwards.
It's like a cool invention I saw in Shark Tank one time. It's like a hoodie that transforms into a bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could like it's a hoodie, and then you grab the hood and you put it inside because like how you could like push it inside.
Yeah.
You push that inside and then you throw it like you whack it like in the air like when you clean a blanket.
Oh yeah.
And then it forms into the bag, and then you could get the laces out and connect them together to make a strap. So it's like one of those what do you call
the drawstring?
Yeah, like
bag,
the drawstring bags, but it's also a hoodie.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having one. I like shit like that. What I really like is like fully functional clothes that serve more than one function. Like you know how like some jackets you can wear it one way, and then if you turn it inside out, it's a completely different jacket. That's what I like, because that's cool.
Or like Teddy Fresh is doing a lot of real modular shit where it's like zippers everywhere. It's like you got the jacket. It's like you can make it a vest. You can take the zippers off the shirt and then put other sleeves on for different colors and just do one inside out one. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they do crazy shit like that. They have I think pants too, where it's like it's into shorts like a zipper. You can change it fully modular. It's crazy.
It's functional.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to wash the whole thing. You just wash parts.
Yeah, and it's high fashion.
It's the fucking runway models don't know what high fashion is.
No, I thought about that earlier today too. High fashion.
Being a model.
Yeah. I don't understand high fashion, but some people do. They got models walking down the runway
in trash bags.
Yeah, they got trash bags. They got tires. They got like I remember I was seeing one time one model. She went out there and she was like pretty naked. I think she had her hands over her tits and her vag, and they came up with like this spray and like sprayed on a dress. It was like when you do silly string, but it was like a fibrous thing. They sprayed it over her and it made like an actual dress. I was thinking that's considered high fashion, but when I do the same thing, with a can of Bear spray paint at the Home Depot, I'm considered a sex pest.
Yeah, apparently
it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm not disturbing the piece as much as that other lady.
No, I'm just getting naked in a Home Depot, a Lowe's, a Ralph's, even if they got it. What's wrong with that?
Well, at Ralph's you do whipped cream.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, you don't do the Bear spray. They don't sell Bear spray at Ralph's.
Another quick tangent. I saw a little clip of this guy, a streamer. He got this professional like body painter to paint clothes on him. Like I think he had like nipple pasties on. He probably had like underwear, like basically, but
to cover it up.
Yeah, but they pasties clean. Like,
could you tell it was an outfit?
Once you got close enough, when I watched the video, I was like, oh yeah, that looks like clothes, but it's obviously not. And then he was like a restaurant. The waiter's like, you can't. And he's like, well, I mean, I have pasties on. You can't even see it. He's just doing one of those things where it's just
just being a nuisance.
Pushing it. It's like I mean, technically, yeah, but it's like still like I mean, fucking come on,
don't fucking just leave
Jesus,
people
don't be a dick.
alone.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be a
Don't
dick.
dumb shit like that for content. And if you do, just do it like once and just be like, it was a video. I'm sorry. And then you can then leave.
Yeah, because just when you do content like that, when you're just being a nuisance, like I saw something really sad the other day on the Bad Friends podcast. You know those people who like hide as trees in public and scare
Oh
people?
yeah, I saw this too.
You
Yeah,
saw that
yeah,
about the special needs lady,
yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
she got spooked, she just started crying instantly. I'm like, oh, dude, because at that moment you just feel bad, you feel real bad. He's like, I'm sorry, we're just scaring you, and then she's still crying
Yep,
as they're comforting her. I'm like, yeah, you fucking.
yep.
That's why I like when I watch those videos and they get their ass beat,
Yeah, they
because
got
like.
punched them. Yeah, 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 it's
Yeah,
pretty great.
it's fucking because like I understand like sometimes it's funny if you're cool about it, but like if you scare someone, anything can happen. So be ready for a punch or
Yeah.
making a fucking special needs person cry. That's just awful.
And then her caregiver, like her dad, comes, like brings her off, and then Andrew said he was like, it's the guy's like, yeah, thanks for that, thanks for ruining my day. 'Cause it's like now you got to deal with that for the next like
Yeah,
hour and a
few
half or whatever.
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
trying to calm her down. It's just
exactly it's whole thing ruined. But back to runway models and high fashion. I think there's a very large untapped market that these high fashion designers could be tapping into to make their fashion even higher.
Legos,
No, that market is homeless people.
homeless people.
Yeah, you see some fucking homeless people. Some of them on the streets, they look pretty disheveled, dirty clothing, whatever. But some of them got some wild ass outfits on. Like I saw a dude coming back home today, and he had like like party streamers in like silver, and they like reflect like silvery.
What?
Yeah, So
Party stream.
if you have like a thing like hanging like paper, it's like thinking like a streamer.
Oh, yeah,
it's like
yeah.
silvery and like dingle. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's,
like little tassels or whatnot.
yeah, yeah. It was a guy like wearing like a jacket like made of that shimmery material.
Okay.
And I was like, where the fuck? Not only how does he have this, where did he get it? Who made this?
Well, he was dumpster diving at Party City.
And then who threw it out?
Threw it out.
Who? It's insane. You just think about it. Yeah, homeless people they do kind of mismatched clothing, but that's fashion in and of itself. Like homeless chic, that's a whole thing that was popular like mid 2000s, 2010s.
Well, I think homeless people. I think maybe they have secret competitions between each other who could dress the best with what they can find.
Maybe
That's maybe it's like an underground thing that they do. That'd be kind of cool.
They have their own underground fashion. That's why these Paris Fashion Weeks capitalize. Bring the homeless fashion scene into the mainstream. Show the world the fashionable heights these homeless people could achieve. Don't give them any money or prizes. No, you want to keep them on the streets.
Right. You want to keep them where they are.
That's how you get that creative innovation flowing. That's where you get the juices from. If you put them into homes and made them regular people, it just wouldn't be the same.
No, because then they wouldn't be homeless.
No, it wouldn't be the same anymore. It wouldn't be good old toothless Joe. It'd be a fashion modeler Joseph. He'd leave behind his homeless friends out in the gutters. Who knows what kind of man he'd become, or woman.
Or woman. Hey, you never know.
You never
Either
know.
way, I don't like them.
No, that's why they gotta keep them in their place. It's like college athletes. You don't want to pay them, but you want to make them feel like they're doing
They're
something.
important.
Yeah.
Until the star quarterback ruptures his ACL and his career is ruined for the rest of his life, and then he can never play football anymore after that, and then he falls into a clinical dark depression of figuring out what he's going to do with the rest of his life, drops out of college, becomes a coke dealer, and then gets arrested.
Yeah, gets a very depressive and severe opioid addiction from all the pain pills he's taking from that wound that never fully heals. It's going to walk with a limp for the rest of his life. Sometimes when it gets a little hot and humid outside, sometimes a little rainy and muggy, it starts to act up and tweak a little bit, but nothing a little coke can't fix.
Hey, but running a 4.5 in 35 seconds is all that matters, right?
Exactly.
I don't know if that's a real term, 4.5.
Running a 400 meter dash in 3.5 seconds. That's something. That coke, boy, oh boy. If that's not a performance enhancer, I don't know what is.
I believe marijuana is a performance enhancer.
It enhances my performance in a few things.
Yeah, because whenever I have sex and I'm high, I finish quicker.
Yeah, record time. You get stopwatch going. Are you ready, honey? And go.
One pump. All right.
Done. Easy. What was that? 2.5 seconds. Nice.
I wasn't even on the bed yet, honey. It's
getting
like
closer.
hand.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
You didn't even get inside me yet. That's what we're getting for. That's what we're aiming for.
Warming it up.
Real quick release.
Oh, yeah. Quick release. Because I'm not sure. God, I hate when I have. This is. All right. I love having sex, but I hate when I have sex. And I'm really getting into it, but then I start getting real sweaty and I don't like it. I'm because I sweat a lot as it is already.
Oh, yeah,
don't get me wrong, I like pounding the push, but when that push gets too wet, I'm just like
when the push starts shoving.
When the push starts shoving, I can't. Because then afterwards I'm like, I gotta shower. Because then I gotta wait. Even if it only lasts 30 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm just like, all right, well, here we go, another shower today.
Yeah, you usually let the other juices just kind of dry and sit there. But when you get too sweaty, that's when it's Makes a whole big hullabaloo. You
I don't
gotta,
like because then I have to change my sheets because then there's like a murder scene, like a tape outline of a
yeah,
body
it's
there.
like sweat.
Yeah, it's just pure sweat. No, I'm being
Terrible.
honest. It's disgusting,
No,
but
I feel,
it's
especially in these hotter months.
yeah. Wait till winter. Oh,
Yeah, it's getting colder. I was smoking outside this morning. I was like, oh, it's a little chilly. I can go with a jacket
you were
on.
naked though.
Yeah, I was basically naked. I had that little leopard print speedo on that you got me last Christmas, and you know, it's working.
Well, I'm glad that you're using it because I really appreciate you using the things that I buy you because like I bought my brother one for Christmas 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't worn it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just don't like people not using things that they're given.
It's genuine leopard skin from an actual leopard, and fastened into a loincloth type G-string. How can I not love it?
You put it on fast, but taking it off is even faster.
Exactly, but it gives me the speed of a leopard when I put it on and take it off via the leopard print.
And it shrinks every time you wash it, so the next time you put it on, it feels even better.
Exactly. I can just like kind of rub my legs together and give myself a nice little thigh job.
Yeah, a little thigh job, get a
Yeah.
little what is it? Get a little chafy.
Yeah, and then the ejaculate that
It
helps.
makes you run faster.
Yeah, the ejaculate helps. It spaces it out again. It's like the dryer shrinks it, the ejaculate expands it. It's a constant constantly shifting. It's morphing to my body to make it fit as good as it can in any scenario.
It's morphin' time.
Yeah, it's like a Tempur-Pedic mattress or the memory foam.
Oh yeah. Well, now they have that new thing that's like that weird grid hexagon thing. It's not memory foam, but apparently that's even better than memory foam now.
I believe it.
Helix. Yeah, Helix mattress.
Helix. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're not they're not a sponsor, but
No, but maybe they could be.
maybe
If anyone works for Helix Mattress and listens to this, and they want to give us some money to show your product, we'll do it.
$5.
Yeah, $5 per mattress. I want 10% of the gross. Goddammit.
10%. No, but I had a thought. What was it? God damn it! It's about beds, Helix sleeping mattresses,
Sleeping, sweaty
sleeping,
outline.
sweaty outline.
Helix, DNA Helix.
Helix, DNA Helix.
Alleles, ACTG.
ACTG. Fuck, I don't know where I was going now. I had the thought in my head. I'm like, I gotta say this, and then boop, out the window. Left just like my dad.
Yep. Before he had to finish what he had to say too.
Yeah. Well, he always got to get the last word in.
Oh yeah. Even in death. Rest in peace.
Oh wait, I'm gonna take my hat off.
Oh yeah.
This doesn't feel right.
Oh yeah.
I gotta.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get on our knees like the Lord wants us.
No, doesn't feel right.
Okay, yeah, get it. There we go. Yeah. Even closer.
Let my back, let the energy just get into
Yeah, don't want to get that sex sweat here now. No, don't want to channel it. All right, there we go. Yeah, nice. I feel like that was a good prayer. That was channeling a lot of good energy there. A lot of good chakras flinging about, aligned my.
Go get my mood crystal so we can realign with the universe.
Oh, your JO crystal.
My JO crystal.
Yeah, let's see what chakras are there. You got like your third eye, like your mind, and it's like your.
I got
your
my
throat.
taijutsu.
It's your heart and like your stomach and your dick, and I think it's like feet. No, there's 7 of them.
Feet.
Yeah, I think it's like you're down there somewhere.
Down under.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your chakras don't stop at your cock. It'd be a good place to stop, but I'm sure it goes a little bit further than that. Your chakras can only go waist high. It seems a little weak for the power of chakra magic.
Well, actually, I know acupuncture, Nick, so I can actually open up your chakra panels, so that way you get more chakra in you.
Yeah, you can give me that 64 seal trigram, and then open me up.
Yeah, the palms.
Yeah.
I'll give you the 64 and then give you the 128, but then you don't want that 256.
You don't. God forbid you get the 256.
That's the whole body experience.
512, never even seen it.
Nope.
Not even a number.
Nope, that's not even real.
Nope.
Not in the books that I've read.
Naruto, I think, has one of the best power scaling like systems in anime. It's pretty cool because Dragon Ball Z, you got the Kaioken, it's like all right. Then you get the Super Saiyan, that's just like numbered. But like in Naruto, it's like all different shits, and you have the Neji, and you have his different palm trigram shit, and then you have the fucking you just have the other Genjutsus, and then you have the Demon Fox and Naruto's like his like escalations there, and then he gets the Sage
beast.
power and makes them together. It's like it's like Digimon, like the Digimon like evolution chart, where it's interesting. The more aspects you add into it to like change the effects and aspects of it.
It's because there's so many sub levels and classes in there too, like different clans and whatnot.
Oh yeah, and then all those different specialized clan techniques and the elemental techniques, and yeah, it's very interesting, very very in depth.
I want to be a thunder ninja.
Ooh, is there? Where where are they? I don't know if you ever
I
see
don't
much
remember
of them.
what. I don't remember what village it is.
You get
but,
the leaves, the sands, the mist.
the rain.
Yeah, I think they were the mist. I don't know.
Oh, maybe they're
Who
the
knows?
mist.
I just know Killer Bee.
All I know is I'm puffing out that mist myself.
Oh yeah. This is dead, or else I'd hit more of it. Just like that prostitute.
You mean Sheila?
Oh yeah. She's dead.
No.
You gotta pray for that horse, Sheila. She's with the other horse in heaven now. Jesus' favorite. She's
Yeah.
part of Jesus' harem now.
Yeah, she's part of Jesus' harem. She's part of Jesus' brothel.
Oh yeah, that's where you like to hang out.
The fucking Holy Spirit. That's what it's called.
Yeah, the Holy Spirit. There's a spirit, and then there's like a hole around where its junk would be.
Yeah, glory holes.
The holy, the glorious Holy Spirit.
The glorious. No, the glory hole. That's what it's called.
So two on the nose. Yeah, I think that's like the glorious Holy Spirit. That's
High hole.
It's in the the low hole,
Low hole.
the J hole, Jesus'
the J
hole,
hole.
the G hole, the G spot. Where your G spot you can find the G spot with the G hole.
Yeah, it's right there, right next to the jihad.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get too close to the jihad. That's in the back. That's behind the velvet rope. That's the VIP section.
Oh, that's the VIP side.
Of the G hole.
It has the beads, the bead door on it.
Yeah, you go into the G hole, you dance on the G spot, and then in the back we got the jihad. That's I mean they died for their religion, so that's why they get the VIP space. They did more for religion than anyone. They fucking died for it.
All right, Nick. Now the real question is, if you were to open a brothel, what would you call it?
All right, let's
Think of
see.
a good brothel name.
I think I would try to service men and women clients, so I'd have some men in there, and as well as women.
So all women. Got it.
Yeah. Nice big variety of clientele. You want to get all different shapes, sizes, and flavors.
Mm-hmm.
I would call it something with Baskin Robbins.
Baskin. It's like Hooters, but it's called
Robin's Basket.
Robin's Basket.
Yeah, I'll legally change my name to
No,
Robin.
Robin's Nest.
Yeah, the Robin's Nest. Yeah.
The Robin's Nest.
Yeah, the bird's nest. Nah, yeah, that'd be a good one if it was in England. You got a lot of fit birds. You could have the bird nest.
The fit birds.
Yeah, a lot of fit birds. You have them in the bird's nest.
Yeah, the bird's nest. The red. Not Red Robin. That's already taken. Oh, that's a. I like the bird's nest, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that could also be a cool club name.
Yeah, the bird's nest.
Like a second or third story, like a rooftop, like bar or something. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, the bird's nest. It's out of the way. Oh, I like that.
I like it.
How long are we now?
Who knows? Going for quite a while, but I think it's time we could get to some musical recommendations.
My music recommendation for the week is by Green Day. It's called Last Night on Earth.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful, melancholy song. Obviously, Last Night on Earth, you could depict from there. It's like a kind of a love songy, but it's also like edgy because it's Green Day. And what I really like, I don't remember his name, the lead singer. I just like his voice whenever he does like acoustic guitar stuff. It's just like a nice, smooth. There's like a nice smooth balance between it. Yeah. It's off that album, Paradise or whatever it is. It's off that same album where 21 Guns are.
All right.
Whatever album that's called.
Yeah, with the. Oh, I was thinking of Linkin Park. I was thinking of what's their album with like the soldier guy in front? That's the album I was thinking of. What's that? Chaos Theory.
Chaos Theory.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good one too, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. My music recommendation is not simply a song or an album. I'm, for the first time in Vibin history, going to recommend a radio station.
Wow.
I'm going to recommend Q102.3, The Desert's Hot Rock, for all your rock needs. With every day, 6 to 10 a.m. with the coach.
With the coach.
Yeah, I think this 70-year-old guy, he's got a real smoker's voice. He's from New York. It's not that bad, but he's got like a little gravelly voice, and he's a real personality. Real into sports.
Oh, that sounds like a fun station.
Yeah, I thought about it too. Maybe try to apply for like a radio DJ. Like, that'd be a fun thing to do. But probably you gotta.
No, hear me out, Nick. We get the Clueless station.
Oh yeah, Clueless Boys Radio.
The Clueless Boys Radio.
On 69.9 FM.
Yeah, 69.9 FM.
Oh, that'd be pretty great.
That'd be fun.
But yeah, Q102.3. Listen to the Desert's Top Rock. You can download the app for free, even to listen to hardcore classic rock wherever you may need it. It's a pretty good one.
And if you like hardcore rock, why don't you give this podcast a like
and a subscribe,
please,
and maybe even leave us a comment telling us what your favorite hardcore rock song is, or your favorite any song in general. Why not? Like, give us a music recommendation for once, you fucking lazy bastards.
Yeah, do it.
You won't. You
Yeah.
probably won't, actually.
No, they probably. No one ever comment.
Reverse psychology. You will.
Please. Please.
Please.
I'll smoke a stogie in your honor.
Yeah, if you do, maybe you can earn a chance to win one of these fabulous paper mache prizes we have.
Yeah, look at this. Don't you want this beautiful dinghy?
This is a beautiful representation of the USS Nostromo.
Yeah, pyramid head. Come on. It's
Washboard?
Who doesn't like a washboard?
Who doesn't like Iowa?
Iowa, for fuck's sakes. If you live in Iowa, don't you want this to hang above your fireplace?
You need it.